All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a while, but we are back with episode 2 of the Yap Sesh podcast on the Yap Sesh Pod. Already butchering shit, kind of forget how to do the flow a little bit, but we are back from Dallas. When we left off on the first episode, we were discussing Cowboys, Eagles. How are we feeling post trip?
It was really fun. Very great.
It was fun aside from the ass kicking.
Yeah.
It was an amazing experience.
It was
seeing Cowboy fans so sad and so quiet.
It is 90% of America wins when the Cowboys lose.
I can't agree with that statement because it was weird seeing. I'm a Cowboys fan. It was weird seeing everybody around me not saying nothing. Including myself.
I was waving bye to Cowboy fans in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the tables have turned from Evander getting flipped off by little kids last year, walking to the stadium, to him being the one waving people.
Bro, we might insert last year the picture they took versus this year the picture you took.
And the Jumbotron picture too. We got
the Jumbotron picture.
That was great.
Well, that was amazing. It was a great day.
It was. So, we are back. We are going to give our takes on teams thus far in the season. So, we watched the game last night. Normally record Thursdays, but the Eagles played the Commanders in a highly anticipated divisional game. Ev, give us your thoughts, your takeaways. How'd you feel during the game, and how are you feeling now afterward going forward?
So, during the game, first half, it wasn't the best half. We were down 7-3. A lot of miscues, But, great teams persevere.
Find ways to win.
And they find ways to win. Just look at the Chiefs. But,
never mind.
But anyways, the second half rolled out. Jalen Hurts ended the first half with a concussion. I was kind of afraid, not going to lie to you.
Was it a concussion?
Yeah, it was.
Is he in the protocol?
No. He played the second half.
Yeah, well, no, because I know after the game sometimes they play.
Yeah, no. Well, they smashed his head on that goal line on the 3rd and goal.
Twice he dribbled and then smacked his landed on his head.
It was a scary sight to see my quarterback do that. But Jalen Hurts he has that dog mentality, and a lot of people can't say that.
Okay.
But we won 28-16. It was a good win. Second half we started rolling. Saquon is that man.
Is he the offensive player of the year?
He is
as of right now.
He is the offensive.
I hate to say it, but I think so too.
Yeah. I think if they voted right now, I think it's him.
Either
him or Derrick Henry, but we'll get into the Derrick Henry when we break down Steelers Ravens later. But let's keep it with the Eagles.
Yeah,
how you feeling?
Yeah, AJ Brown also had a really good game. Devontae Smith, he's reliable. We love Devontae. Happy birthday to him. But shout out my dad. It was his birthday yesterday too.
Yeah, we did all watch the game together.
Yeah,
it was great. It was fun.
Well, except the win, but it was great.
That's made it even better.
Yeah,
but it was a dogfight for sure. Saquon, he scored twice in the span of 2 minutes, which is crazy.
I think it was 28 seconds of game time or something like that.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Broke it wide open.
But our defense is amazing. They held Jaden Daniels that whole game, and it was a great sight to see because last year it wasn't the best. Quentin Mitchell might be the biggest steal of the draft in a while.
Second round, and he's already first round. Sorry,
Cooper
DeJean, who also
is a
really good. Yeah,
fucking steal.
I think they've elevated your secondary to the point where you're not relying on the pass rush as much because you have guys in coverage. So I think does that propel you to at least a top 5, maybe even a top 3 defense?
I think we have a top 2 with us and you guys right now.
I think that as well.
And Howie, he needs to win Executive of the Year again. He what the defense was last year.
Yeah.
If we didn't win this year, we're looking into a big rebuild, and I truly believe that.
If you don't win this year?
If we didn't win this year.
Oh, if you did. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
But what he did in that draft, revamping that secondary, bro, it was amazing to see. And Cooper DeJean, shout out my white boy King,
and the other white boy King,
and Reed, but and CJ, he's playing way better. I was giving him a lot of shit in the early going.
For real,
of the season.
You started calling him Chauncey, not even CJ.
Yeah. He's earned his name back.
Yeah.
But shout out Jakey Rondo.
And I don't even think that you have gone into probably one of the most underrated and overlooked pickups in free agency, Mr. Zach Bond.
Oh my gosh.
That's a
oh my gosh.
Top 5 in tackles, man.
he's an all-pro right now, and it's fucking crazy to see. I thought he was gonna be like a bridge,
like a bridge
linebacker, or like a
transition,
bridge edge, because he was coming off the edge in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my gosh, the shit he's doing, it's amazing. We finally have good linebackers. Shout out Nakobe Dean, Codeine, as his nickname, but. You know you so like gay. That one.
So gay.
You know you like that one, but you know Nakobe Dean, Zach Mon revamping that 100%. Middle linebacker core, and you know shout out Jalen Carter.
Dude, he's a beast.
He's amazing, bro. Like he's a top 3 interior D lineman in the league right now, and it's not even without question.
Top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah,
and I'd only give Chris Jones and
Dexter Lawrence
over him, but that's it. You know, but there's other great interior D linemen, DeForest Buckner,
Cam Hayward this year. We'll talk about him a little bit more.
Well, Cam Hayward, you know.
No, this year, man, he's at
his prime.
No, but he's at a second revamp. This year, he's just absolutely cooking. We'll get into that when I break down the Steelers and Ravens.
How do you feel, Charlie, about last night's game? And then I'll put my input in.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a close game.
It wasn't close.
Well, it was close for
coming into the fourth quarter.
Well, thanks to Saquon, it wasn't close towards the end, but until Saquon.
But what I don't get is
then
why is people hating on us that Saquon is great in our offense? They're like, oh, he's your whole team. Who the fuck cares?
For real,
I mean, we win.
If he was the whole team, the Giants would have been good.
Yeah, exactly.
If he was really the whole team, it's that he meshes well with a good O-line.
Yeah, it comes in the trenches, bro.
Yeah. You win that battle in the trenches. That's what having a good O-line does, building a good O-line, right?
Exactly.
So back to Daniel. I knew it was going to be a close game. The Eagles pulled away at the end, but it was close the whole game. Up until, Saquon scored a touchdown. Yeah, it could have been close, but Jane Daniels threw a pick.
Jake Allen missed 2 field goals.
He did.
Yeah.
So very surprising.
The Eagles really kept themselves close, which is what they did with the Jags. That was play calling, but this is, special teams errors. I did not expect. I expected a shootout, to be honest. I expected like a 31-30. I really thought it was just going to go back and forth, but Quinyon Mitchell locking up Terry McLaurin, Jaden Daniels not being able to roll out, right? I still think that injury not really is affecting him. It's just he's playing a little bit more cautiously now, which might, play into his decision making. So he's kind of second guessing himself, which is what you would see from a rookie now. Like we're seeing him that game, he looked like a rookie for sure.
He did. He did look like a rookie, but that's just because of a great defense.
Yeah, no, great defense will do that to you.
Defensive game plan. Shout out Vic Fangio.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna say is, I know it's early, but is Q a top 10 corner in the game already?
Daniel?
No.
No?
I think it's too early. No.
You think it's too early? I think it's too early to solidify that. I think he's been playing like a top 10 corner for sure. Maybe borderline top 7 or top 5. He has been. What do they call it? Guantanamo Bay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you just got locked up in Guantanamo Bay, but that's
by Warden Mitchell.
Yeah, by Terry McLaurin was in Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, 1 reception for 10 yards.
And that was even on Quinyon. He had 0 receptions for 0 yards in 20 something snaps.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I think, especially in the Steelers game when we play you guys, just because George Pickens is our guy. So when they do put Quinyon on him, it's going to be a real test. I think that will be a real test.
But Terry's their guy.
Yeah. Yes. But I think that when
Terry's
also
better than George.
No, I think that as well. I think that we use George Pickens a lot just because, and we have an experienced quarterback that's going to be like, you know what, George Pickens, he's been the guy for the last, since I started. I'm going to target the rookie. That's what veterans do. They're like, well, I'm going to target the rookie. Maybe not so much now. When we get to week 15, it's like, whoa, shit, he's not playing like a rookie. He's playing a little bit better. But we're going to see. I'm intrigued to that matchup, but Quinyon Mitchell has been playing really, really good.
Yeah,
that's going to be something that's definitely that we can revisit towards the end of the season and re-question.
Is he the D-Roy?
I think he is. Well, there's that defensive tackle in Seattle that's doing really good. I kind of forgot his name, but he's doing really good.
Yeah. So
what's his name?
We're gonna transition here to the DMs that we got. We put out. I put out a poll for the game. Just Eagles or Commanders. We bowled with him. His name is Chava. He's a Cowboy fan. This is very important. He responded with his response, and I said, all right. I called him a delusional, salty Cowboy fan. Because that's what he is. He's a salty ass Cowboy fan that's just mad.
He has no evidence.
They suck.
To his.
Sorry, Daniel. I mean, y'all suck.
No, we do.
There's no sugarcoating it. So
I get it. That's why I can understand the saltiness that's coming.
He's asking a question to the Instagram, so I'm gonna ask it to you. Who have the Eagles beat, and do you think that they're a real team? He's asking us. So I'm gonna start with you because you are the op.
What do I think they're a real team?
Are they a real team? Are they a contender? Are the Eagles contenders in the NFC?
They are, but I don't see any Super Bowl. Like I don't see anything.
You just made a bet with him that you guys won't win the. They won't make.
Bet that you guys won't make the divisional.
Make the
Okay, so I'm
the
gonna
championship game,
Oh,
NFC championship. That's
yeah.
That's kind of crazy. That's
stand
kind
on
of
that.
not calling them contenders.
I'm gonna stand on that.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna stand on that. So no.
I don't think they're contenders.
No.
Give
Why?
me 3 reasons why.
3 reasons why.
Yeah.
Just going back to visiting back what we were talking about earlier on how like the way they start off their games, like there's gonna come a point in time where may not be able to figure it out in the second half, and that may.
But that's what overall talent is.
Yeah,
you
but
overcome that shit.
But I'm saying there may come a point in time where you may not be able to overcome that.
If we're hurt,
then,
maybe.
Well, we'll see. And the playoffs are a whole different story as we've seen the last few years. So that.
Yeah. But Jalen Hurts has proved that he could lead a team to a Super Bowl. They're not new to this.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't say the atmosphere is different when they're used to it. The only one that hasn't been used to it is Saquon.
Well,
that's true.
I'm saying the playoffs are going to be different because we're going to see how Saquon and everything fits into.
And Saquon actually played a playoff game.
He did.
And
then they
beat
got
the Vikings, and then they got smacked by us.
So I think.
I truly just don't. I don't think you're contenders just yet. Let's see how the rest of the season goes or the next few games. Do you think they're contenders based off the faces you're making?
Absolutely, 100%.
So you think they're gonna?
I think that they can make a run. I really think the only team right now that could beat them probably the Lions.
And I think we're better than the Lions. Overall roster, we're better than them.
Anything can happen. I'm just saying, like you guys aren't at the Chiefs level. I don't think.
Like what?
On the
I mean,
Chiefs
I know the
level?
Falcons beat them
Like,
already, but now, do you
years.
think the Falcons would beat the Eagles now, right now? Do you think
He actually said that
Like
on
if
Sunday.
they were to play this week, like
if they were to play,
for example,
yeah, if they were to play next week, do you think the Falcons could beat the Eagles?
probably not based on
Do you think the Cardinals could beat the Eagles?
the Cardinals.
Yeah.
No.
Do you think the Niners could beat the Eagles?
Yes.
Yes.
I think
What?
they can.
What?
I think they
Do
can.
you think the Vikings could beat the Eagles?
I think they can.
Do you think? Well, we already saw the Commanders. So in the NFC, those are pretty much the best teams because they already beat the Packers, right? They already beat the Saints. Do you think the Rams could beat them? They're 4-5. No.
That's a big maybe.
Wow. Big
maybe.
maybe. Wow.
That's a maybe.
You know we play them next week, right?
Yeah, we're
We'll see.
Sunday Night Football.
Okay, that'll be a good matchup then.
A good matchup?
I don't
Then
think
we'll
so.
see.
I don't think so.
We'll see.
I think
Is it in Philly or is it in LA?
It's in LA.
which is basically like Philly.
Yeah.
And LA have the worst fans, bro.
They do.
Every
time
team
you watch
always
the game,
travels
yep.
out there,
Yeah, especially Philly.
especially Philly, Pittsburgh,
The
and
Niners.
the Niners
Niners,
travel
yeah.
really well. So we're gonna
And the
clip that
Chiefs.
for you. We're gonna clip that, put that on the TikTok for sure.
What?
You and saying that the Rams and Niners. You said the Cardinals. Do you think the Cardinals?
No,
could beat
no,
the-
not the
no.
But that's just a.
You said the
delusional Cowboy
Falcons.
fan.
Did you say the Falcons? Could
What do
beat
you
them?
want me to be? Do you want me to be a
Give
dick
us
rider?
all
Be
your
realist.
flowers.
Be real. Yeah, I mean,
Give
I'm
a-
not. I am giving you
give a-
flowers. You're a great team.
Give a real.
wait, but how are you a great team if you're not a contender?
And we're losing the 5-win team according to you.
I'm not. Well, it's possible.
4 win.
Anything's possible. The way you like to say anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Anything but.
Wow.
But you just called them a great team. You just said that they're a great team, but you don't call them contenders. So are they a great team or are they contenders? Because
Okay,
a great
so
team
Is
is a contender.
Okay, so if I were to call them contenders right now, then what? Then
Call them
that just-
contenders then.
Okay, they're contenders. What does that do?
Okay.
What does that do? That doesn't promise them.
Do you
to fucking
think
win the
that-
Super Bowl?
No, but do you think now that they could contend for the NFC and the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
Okay, if they can.
Yes.
Is that what you want to hear?
No, I want
No,
you
I
to
want
tell
you
me
to tell-
because you're contradicting yourself
Yeah.
in saying that they're not a contender, but also saying that they're a great team.
Well, they're a good team.
No, but you said great. You just said that they're great.
Motherfucker, they're a good team.
Okay, they're a good team?
Good team.
Okay.
they're a good team. They find a way. They've been winning games. They have a winning record. What
8-2. And don't say they've been finding a ways to win because we've been smoking teams.
They smoked the Bengals.
I wasn't gonna say that. I'm just saying you're winning games. You have a winning record.
8-2.
You have a fucking
6
good
games in
running
a row.
back, huh?
6 games in a row.
Okay.
He won 6.
What do you want? A fucking cookie?
Yes.
What do
I
you want now?
that.
He
I
wants
want-
the
What do you want?
flowers. That's
I'm
what he's
giving-
asking for.
I
He's
want
asking
that
for you to give them
That's
their
what I'm
flowers.
fucking giving them. I'm giving them their flowers. They're a good team. I'm telling you the things they can do.
Yeah, but
So
you're
then-
saying that they're not contenders.
Well, okay, so then they are. That still doesn't do nothing.
I don't want.
Do I think they're gonna win? Go and win the Super Bowl? No.
Do you think that they couldn't contend for a Super Bowl? That is the question I'm asking you.
Okay, they can.
Will
they? No.
Will they? So okay, but you think that they can?
They can, but they will not.
Okay.
I'm still standing on the bet we have. You're not gonna win the NFC Championship.
Make
No,
the
make
Make the NFC Championship.
Who's gonna beat us? Because we're not gonna play the Lions unless we go to the.
I don't know. Well, only time will tell. All I'm saying is I don't think.
Who the fuck is gonna beat us?
I can't answer that right now. I'm not a fucking.
But you're so confident in it.
You said the Rams would win. You said the Falcons would
The
win. You
Rams?
said the Lions would win. You said the Vikings would win. They already beat the Commanders. They already beat.
Okay, so let's say this. Even if you do make the Super Bowl, you still have to worry about the Chiefs, the Ravens.
Yeah.
Steelers.
No, shut the fuck up. I almost said it. You
I know you almost did. The Bills you got to worry about. But that's the AFC,
But-
man.
that's
They
what
don't
I'm
have to
saying.
worry about them yet. They don't have to worry
What
about
you're
them yet.
trying to get out of me is the answer. You want me to say that the Eagles are going to go and win a Super Bowl?
No, that's not what I want you. I just want you to not contradict yourself because you had just said that they were a great team, but you just said now that they're a good
Okay,
team.
so they're a good team.
They're a good team, but
That's
you don't think
as far
they're
as I'm gonna
contenders.
take it. They're a good team.
But do
They're
you think that
contenders.
they can
Are they
contend?
going to make the Super Bowl? No, and if they did, they're not going to win.
All
the
right,
Super
so Rail says that they are not contenders. So
Bowl.
you're
No, I
saying
just said they are.
they are contenders. Okay.
They have the chance to compete to get there, but if they do get there, they're not going to win.
Okay.
If that makes
Okay.
sense.
So they are contenders.
Right.
Ev, I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
Like I said,
I think we're the best team in the NFC.
Well,
I think-
we'll see. We'll see.
it's really tough between
It
the
doesn't hurt
Lions.
me to say that they're
Yeah.
contenders if that's what you want.
But at the same time, the Lions are a heck of a team. They're really good.
They are.
But-
they can win with the quarterback throwing
But
five.
the
picks.
same shit with our problems, they have the same problems as well.
For real.
Coaching, they do some stupid decisions. I like Dan Campbell. I'm a Dan Campbell fan. But
What?
they do some retarded decisions as well.
Yeah.
They do some fucking idiotic shit. Just like us.
So then I guess that's a good matchup. Then I guess
Yeah.
that's what you're getting into.
But everyone's saying, oh, the Lions would wreck the Eagles and do all this shit. Like, I don't know how an 8-2 team is
Gets
so
this much
underrated.
slander.
I have a question.
so
I have a
underrated.
I did see a TikTok that are like the Eagles are actually kind of underrated, which I kind of agree about. Just because every week that's like,
It's
I don't know.
something new.
yeah,
It's
it is something new.
We weren't gonna beat the Bengals. They said they were gonna lose. We're gonna lose to them. Then we're not gonna beat the Commanders. What did we do? About to ask.
I'm not gonna call it belt to ass because it was so close for
It was-
so long.
It was 26-10 and entering the fourth quarter.
Real quick.
Not
The
interesting.
Cowboys were kind of in the same position you guys were last year because before every game that we played, you and a bunch of other people would say that we weren't going to win games, and we ended up finding a way to win those games, and ended
But
up being
it
12
turned
and
out
5.
Yeah, 12-5.
Leave the playoffs
But-
out of it. No. Don't talk about what the turnouts were.
Okay,
Leave
okay,
the playoffs
okay.
out of it.
Right now, we're a way better team than you were last year.
No, but I'm just saying the scenario is the same.
I would agree with that.
You're sitting here complaining that people before every Eagles
Yeah,
game, they're saying
but-
that they're not going to win, and this, that, and the other. But then they end up finding a way to win. It's the same way the Cowboys were last year.
Yeah,
Everybody was hating on them, saying they weren't going to find a way to beat these teams, and they ended up beating these teams. And it was the same shit every fucking week, and we ended up being 12-5.
Yeah, exactly. But I think we at least go 13-4 this year. The only ones I could see us realistically losing is the Ravens.
That's it.
I have another question.
That's it.
I have another question.
I don't think you guys will beat us.
You don't
I
think
don't
that?
think so. The Ravens are gonna fucking dick on you guys this week, and then that's gonna be a good game between them.
Yeah, we play them in 3 weeks.
But anyway, I have another question for you. Going back to you asking me who I think can beat you in the playoffs. So the Bucks beat you earlier on in the season.
The Bucks are hurt, bro.
Well, I'm just saying, come the end of the season.
And we were hurt that game.
It was
And
a
we
possible
were-
matchup.
Fun.
It was a horrible matchup for us.
Okay,
horrible.
so they still beat you. At the end of the day,
Okay.
flat out they beat you.
And they were fully healthy. So
Okay, so
They're not gonna
let's
be
say you
fully
guys are
healthy
healthy and the Bucks are healthy. Let's say you meet them in the playoffs. Let's say
that's a big what if.
Yeah, but no, but
Okay,
we're not
it's
getting
still
any
a-
what ifs because Chris Godwin's out for the year.
Yeah.
We cannot get that matchup again. We cannot get the matchup to where they're both fully healthy until
Yeah.
next year.
And
somewhat. Okay.
But
so
we're
the
not.
Bucks
But
are
we're not going to dive
somewhat.
into hypotheticals here. We're
yeah,
going to
well,
just talk about.
and even if that would happen, that was in Tampa Bay. They would have to come travel to Philly, which is hard to do in the playoffs.
But okay, so my where I'm getting at is they still beat you. You're saying
Okay.
that there's a 0% chance that they're gonna you guys that they can beat you in the playoffs.
Zero.
If you were to meet up to them.
I say there's a 5% chance they would beat us.
Yeah,
I think that if they play
They're
next
4
week,
and 6.
they would smoke them. To be honest,
And they're 4 and 6. They're not even going to make the playoffs.
Well, we're still
we're still a ways away.
ways.
Something
That's
could
fine.
happen.
Yeah.
It always does. But
like
I think we got another DM from Chavo. Said Daniel just rolls over and gets roasted. But I think now that Daniel's a little more fired up now.
when it comes to what though? When it comes to the Cowboys?
When it was coming to questioning
Like
the
last-
realness of the Eagles, that's what he
Yeah.
said. I think right now you're doing a great job of questioning the realness. However, I still think the Eagles are.
Yeah, because
legit.
the reason I'm questioning this podcast compared to last podcast is because Ev's fucking high horse went from down here to up there in a matter of a week.
Well, no, not really.
No,
Because
not really.
Because
he was very confident
Yeah,
they
I
were
was-
going to win
against
the Cowboys and
the Jaguars, because we were going to play the
but
Jaguars
this-
that year.
yeah,
Yeah.
but this
That
this
week.
this podcast in specific, you're already reaching
I
and
already
getting to those
s-
playoff
I already
scenarios.
No, I already said before the Jaguars went on this podcast. Look it back. I said that we were a really good team. That we were top 2.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying, what's different from what's different
just-
from last podcast to this podcast is the way you're talking and going straight in like the playoff scenarios.
Yeah, because you said we would lose in the playoffs, which we won't.
All right. Well, we're gonna.
The only way someone could beat us is if we get in our own way, and in the playoffs we don't do that.
Well, we'll see then.
Uh.
We'll see. You're really confident, but we'll
And then
see.
everyone's saying how it's going to be
NFL.
like
anything can happen.
Okay.
Remember
And
that.
then another thing is, I'm going to go on a little rant here because it's so annoying with what people are saying. Like
ahead.
Chavo, he literally said that it was going to be a repeat of last year. One, we didn't have a top 15 defense last year. We were fucking horrible in defense. And we both know this. We all know this. We had no corners. Bradbury was,
That's a bum.
I'm not even, Bumberry is his name.
I was
actually.
waiting for that. I was waiting
Yeah.
for that.
But what is it called? But after this offseason, I can't hate on Bradbury because he's a good guy, and I hate hating on good men. He just sucks at the game he plays. But anyways, the defense isn't even as close as good as it was. We didn't have a Zach Bond last year. We didn't have a Quentin Mitchell or Cooper DeJean. We had a Vontae Maddox and James Bradbury. And the offense was not it either, and I admit that. But that's because there's ever since even week 2, there's just a dysfunction with Jalen Hurts. Oh, I'm sorry.
you're good.
With Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, and they're really good friends. But you could just see that even though AJ Brown kind of went off last year, you could just see that they were always butting heads, and that's not a recipe for success. And last year we weren't getting to the quarterback. We're doing all these things this year, so I don't think there's a realistic possibility where we crash out like that.
Okay, so then that kind of helps out where I'm going with this. So going back to Chavo's comment on me getting flamed and rolling over when it comes to the Eagles, or not dissing on the Eagles. There's no point in me sitting here
Dissing on a contender.
dissing on a team, or especially when there's a fan of that team sitting right next to me. You know the way Evander is. You've talked sports with him in person. He's gonna argue against everything you say to begin with, especially when they're on a winning record, which I fucking hate to see. I hate it. I hate you, Evan, when it comes to football. I really do. But I can't. I mean, I can do whatever I want. I can fucking diss on the Eagles all I want. But there's no point in dissing on them when the Cowboys are fucking dog shit. this
Cowboys
year.
fans like that.
I hate to say it. I love my Cowboys. You know.
Yes, we know.
Yeah, exactly. See, so it hurts to say that they're fucking ass this year, but it's the reality of it.
It what's?
Huh?
Yeah, it what?
It hurts.
It does hurt.
I fucking hate you guys. I fucking hate you guys.
But
No. But
Does
for
it
real-
hurt so good?
Shut the fuck up.
No.
No. But for real, I can't. There's no point in me hating on the
Yeah.
Eagles when
No, yeah,
my
that's-
team is shit.
to that comment,
But I'm still
sorry.
gonna hold on real quick.
Go ahead.
I'm still gonna sit here and give Evander shit.
Like if they lose and shit like that.
if they lose and during the games, I'm always gonna talk my shit. But I'm not gonna fucking sit here and argue with him on shit. He's just gonna fucking throw back at me like we just saw a few minutes ago.
For real.
Because Evander's not gonna change. Typical
No.
legal fan.
and I know ball.
He does. Anyway, what were you gonna go on?
Well, and to the comment to that is, you can't diss on a team when there's no facts to back it up. This man's just saying shit to just say it because he's a hater, and he's hoping and praying that shit happens.
I am too.
He says, he said, you think the Eagles are a real team? Who they beat? They beat a bunch of bottom 5 teams
Bottom 5 is crazy.
and lost to 2 teams that had a winning record,
Who? The Bucks
And
when they were healthy and we were healthy?
and the Falcons.
And the Falcons, they were
6-4,
0-1.
yeah.
You dipshit.
Well, they have winning records now, I guess that's what
Yeah.
he said. And he said, top defense and offense since bye week, but against who? Philly fraudulence.
This man.
I mean, but you can't control who you play. So
yeah.
you get shit on if you give up points and you lose to the bad teams, but
Yeah.
you don't get any credit for beating them because you're
Yeah.
supposed to beat them.
Yeah,
right?
it's not our fault the schedule makers was in our favor.
Yeah, and it's not even the schedule makers.
Yeah,
it's a set
schedule.
Yeah. You play the certain division every 4 years,
Yeah.
and then you play where you're matched up from last year. It's not like somebody randomly picked out, let's give the Eagles the easy schedule because you guys had the hardest schedule last year. That's how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
That's how it keeps the balance of the NFL.
And then another thing is the Bengals are better than their record says. They're way better than the record says.
Yeah, they started off flat, and then they've really caught stride. They lost those 2 games to the Ravens.
And you know how hard it is to smoke a team by 20 in their house?
Yeah.
Like it's hard to do. Even if you're asked like some team.
Yeah, for real. And then he contradicts himself here by saying, and those are facts, not delusional talk. I'm not salty. I've accepted our fate this year, and I could care less if we win another game, but Eagles and their fans think they're the best team in the NFC because they beat a bunch of nobodies, and that's what they've done against bottom, and that's
Damn,
what
he
they
really
should have
just
done against
fucking
bottom tier
described
teams.
Anders.
So he's saying they think they're the best team in the NFC because they beat a bunch of nobodies and they've only beaten bottom tier teams. Yeah, but if you're a top team in the NFC, that's how you're supposed to beat them.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be like, well, Alabama beat fucking dog shit, Tulsa, right?
Yeah.
Like,
But
you're
we've beaten some good teams. Like I said, the Bengals, the Packers, very good team. They're very, very underrated. They don't get
you
talked
beat the
about.
Commanders, who've been on a good run.
Oh yeah, we just beat them. And he said Commanders by the 100. And look at what he said to me.
Not definitely by 100, but I thought that game was going to be a
Look
lot
what he
better
said.
than
Yeah, I know he was being a
Especially-
little bit dramatic, but yeah. Sorry, this is not. We're not trying to diss on Chavo. We're gonna
Okay.
try and get him on the
And
pod,
then-
but
and then-
the delusion that we've known from him is just it's a little bit more.
And then he said, "Your team ain't it. This is the same as last year. Good till the ops get tough. Weren't the Commanders tough according to him?"
Yeah.
Like what? I guess they want us to beat the Chiefs, the Ravens,
The Bills.
the Bills,
The
you
Lions.
guys, the Lions, all away. That
Yeah.
doesn't work in the NFL.
Do you think he would still get respect from it? No, I don't think so. I think
No.
it's a lose-lose situation when you're arguing with somebody of delusion.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And we're not calling him because he has.
We are calling him delusion.
Yeah, no, we're calling him delusional not because it's like that we don't know, like it's just some random person DMing. We've talked to him in person. I've talked to him on a podcast. He's good when it's not about the Eagles or Cowboys. Then he lets the emotion. But we love the engagement from you. It gives us a talking point because we've been yapping, and I think
It's the name of the pod.
it is the name of the pod. So I think this has been some good content that we've been able to get from the Eagles' success.
And are the Bills frauds then?
Yeah, if you go by that logic, the Bills
are
haven't beat
frauds. The Chiefs are frauds. They haven't beat anyone that good. Who have they beat?
the Ravens in week 1. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
That was their best
off
win.
a phony fucking win.
Yeah, that was their best win.
Yeah,
for
right?
sure.
So you could say whatever about the Eagles and the fans saying like all that, but you gotta respect a team when they're fucking beating up on teams, and you just gotta respect them.
Yeah. All right. So I think, is there anything else you want to add about the Eagles before we
No.
move on? No.
No.
All right.
Ugh.
So, speaking of the Chiefs that we kind of mentioned on, one of our viewers and one of my football coaches, Coach Freddie, when I put up the poll, he said, what should we talk about? He said the phantom illegal contact call. Did you see that in the in the Chiefs and Broncos game? There was a point on that drive where Patrick Mahomes got sacked nearly immediately, but they called an illegal contact on one of the defensive backs.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, did you see that? It bailed him out.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? Was it the right call, or was it one of those cheap bullshit calls? Like, I know we like to blame the refs and the Chiefs, but what was it the right call to make at that point in the game? And
what was the score at that point in the game?
it was when they were going down to go ahead.
Yeah.
So they went up, and then the Broncos. That's when they went down, and then they blocked the field goal.
I think it's a bullshit call that easily could have been just.
Yeah, because
slide.
you can see he does make the illegal contact, but it's when Mahomes is already getting sacked.
Yeah.
It's not at the beginning of the play, and it's not like a face pull, like a face mask pull.
Like something way
It's
out.
something that it's ticky-tack that you could or couldn't call it, but I think that it happened after the time for Mahomes to throw the ball. He wouldn't have been able to throw it anyways because of the sack.
But it was the right call in the right situation because it is a flag. So people are just mad because it's Patrick Mahomes that it landed.
Or it could have been.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that
the wrong time.
It wasn't. He wouldn't have been able to throw the ball anyways because he got sacked so quickly. By the time the illegal contact happened, that was kind of borderline when you look at it. It wouldn't have been able to affect the play at all because the play was already going to be over with Mahomes getting sacked by 2 players.
Yeah, true. But NFL fans need to realize something. The NFL will always have a golden boy.
Who's the golden boy now? Is it Mahomes?
No fucking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's been made clear throughout this season and how they win games.
Throughout the last 5 seasons, bro. Before it was Patrick Mahomes, it was Brady.
It was Brady.
So, it's...
have you seen clips of the way Tom Brady talks to refs?
Yeah.
If anybody else did that, bro, that's a flag. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just gotta accept it. People get mad for how the Chiefs play and how good they are.
Yeah.
But at the same time, dude, they win.
Yeah.
What do you want them to do?
So are they frauds then?
I don't think they're as good as the record says.
No, absolutely not.
But they're still contenders. You know why? Because they have 15.
They have
Just
Patrick Mahomes.
Just like the Patriots always were contenders because they had Brady.
And the
100%.
coach, you got to give your flowers to Andy Reid too.
Oh yeah, the coaching, right? You have Brady and Belichick. You got Reid and Mahomes.
Mahomes.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter when Julian Edelman or not even Julian Edelman, like when Gronk was was really the main target, and now it's Kelsey. And even now that he's getting older, now it was Julian Edelman with the Patriots. Like, they're like, well, he only has one weapon. There's no way that they're gonna be. No, they're always going to be there.
Yeah, they're always gonna be there at the end. NFL fans just have to realize that. They're always gonna be in.
Yeah. I came to terms with that a while ago.
Yeah.
And I like to hate on it and call it bullshit, Taylor Swift, dark magic. But at the end of the day, he's the face of the NFL. He is the face of the NFL. When you go to a different country and you're like, what do you know about the NFL? Oh, Patrick Mahomes, 15. It sucks that you don't like it when it's against you, but when you like it when it's with you. So, Patriots fans who are giving shit now, they're 3-7. You're like, bro, you had Brady for 20 years. You don't get to complain. And in 10 years when Mahomes retires, you don't get to complain anything about the Chiefs because you had them for that long.
Yeah, dude, they paid him $500 million. What do NFL fans expect from the Chiefs to do bad?
No.
They pay their players to be good.
100%.
And they're just a well-run organization.
Well run. Yeah.
I know it's early to say this, but I honestly think they'll probably win the Super Bowl again.
I don't think so.
I think they will.
I don't think so, just because now in the AFC there's a little bit more heat coming up. Like, even though Lamar Jackson
and
kind of the Ravens do fall, while they do fall apart in the playoffs, they're getting more experience. I don't expect the Texans to do that much. I think just because with injuries and stuff like that. But the Bills, this might be their time to beat them.
Yeah.
If there's any time now, will it probably happen? Probably not. It's just you need one team to surprise them in the first round. So let's say they mess up and they get the 2 seed, but the 7 seed knocks them off. I think that's really the only way that happens.
One, I think the Bills beat them this week, but I don't, because it's in Buffalo.
And then belt to ass in the playoffs like always.
Yeah, but at the same time, I really think the only team that actually could beat them is the Ravens, and I think they are.
That would be a good match.
Another AFC champ. That would be the AFC championship.
Yeah, and I have the Ravens going to the Super Bowl, because the only way the Chiefs go back to the Super Bowl is if
somebody beats the Ravens.
If Mahomes catches fire, because he hasn't been playing well at all.
No, he hasn't.
They're still fucking 9-0, which
pisses everybody off.
But I've come to accept it.
I think
You know,
we've all,
my dad hates Mahomes.
I
and
think
I
we
tell
all
him
do
I-
at this point, man. Like we just
I
hate that
don't-
he's so good. We just hate the
I
fact
don't hate
that
Mahomes.
no, we just hate the fact that he's good and the Chiefs are winning. We don't hate him as a player because he's still a good player.
I think you're the only one in that scenario because
Yeah,
you're
because
in the
you
AFC.
fucking-
yeah.
No, I hate it.
It doesn't bother us.
Well, because y'all are in the NFC.
Yeah,
as
that's
a
what I'm
team in
saying.
the AFC, as a fan of a team in the AFC, when now you're starting to look at seeding for the playoffs and you're like, how the fuck are they 9-0? And that's where I get like pissed.
But at the same time, you got to focus on winning your division first.
Hey man, that y'all are saying about Sunday, man, and we're gonna talk about it, but we're gonna split. At the very least, we're gonna split. And they say it every year, but you know Lamar's record against us? He's 1-7. He's 1-7. He has only 4 touchdowns in those 8 games.
Yeah. But they never had a running back like Derrick Henry. Have they?
Yeah, but you can flip it. They haven't we're facing an offense. Our offense
Never
has
had
not been that
anything.
good. They
Never
lost to
had
Kenny
any-
Pickett, bro. They lost to Kenny Pickett.
Defense carried.
And
Your
so Lamar,
defense
this
carried,
was the same team that went to the AFC Championship last year.
Yeah, exactly. So, but
What you're saying is that there's the defense that lost to the Cowboys. You're saying that there's no scenario that same defense isn't going to get ran over by Derrick Henry.
I don't think we're gonna get ran over because we know how to game plan for the
Well,
Ravens.
Not ran over, but get.
yo,
You know what I mean?
I
trust our secondary in man coverage against those receivers to where we can
No,
stack.
we're talking
the
about the
box.
run
in the,
game,
word,
though.
in the words of Jake Rondo, Joey Porter has been baby food.
That was just last week, man. That was just last week. He had a bad game last
Well,
week.
we
He's
may
gonna bounce back.
We may see it again this week.
His first interception was against the Ravens, and it was in a clutch moment.
But
That's where I started to believe in him.
back to the Cowboy Steelers scenario. That game should have not been close. Dak was horrible that game, and you guys should have won.
Well, that's why.
But you know why they lost? Because they had Justin Fields. Put Russell Wilson in, they would have
We're
won.
not
by
talking
10.
about. Yeah, okay, so okay. If you want
I really don't think we should go
if you-
back to
if
that.
you-
I think we've established that. I don't think that we could, like, at this point in the season, we can go back on that because I agree.
We're
The
not
way
really
the way
going
that
back on
Russell
that.
Wilson
I'm
has shaped our offense, averaging 32 points a game, dude,
31.
31.8.
Well, we're not talking about the offense, though. We're talking about the defense. Well, I'm talking about the defense.
Yeah,
anyway.
our
I'm saying that
defense-
same defense that the Cowboys faced and lost to. You're saying that the way you're talking, you're saying that there's no chance that Derrick.
I did not say that there was no chance of Derrick Henry.
What's your score prediction?
My score prediction, it's going to be a low scoring game. I think it's going to be 16-9 or 16-12.
You don't think they score a touchdown?
Well, they could. Well, there'll be some like 2-point something safety or something. Something always happens. Last year there was a safety in the game.
You don't think the Ravens are going to score a touchdown that whole game?
I did not say that they wouldn't
What'd you
score a
say?
touchdown.
No, what'd you say? I didn't hear you.
But they could be 16-12. You could score. You could score a touchdown, a field goal, and a safety, or you could get. You can miss a 2-point conversion. You can miss an extra point. The way Justin Tucker's been kicking the ball, you never know. So I really think it's going to be close. It might be, to be honest. Now that I think about it, it'll still be close, but a little bit more. My official prediction: 20-16 Steelers. That's my prediction.
So you're going on the under on 48.5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those games are always low. They're always close, man. They're always close, no matter what. No matter if it's Kenny Pickett, if it's Tyler Huntley, if it's fucking Duck Hodges, it is always close.
I got the Ravens 24-19.
See, I can respect that. That's close.
I already said earlier. I think the Steelers are going to lose by 10.
By 10
I'm
is
a fan of that.
fucking
What's the score?
Let's go 27-17.
I really do think that if we lose, it's going to be through the air. They have to do it through the air because we're going to be able to stop the run. I really genuinely think we
That's
are.
what I was just asking you a second ago, and you couldn't answer.
No, you were saying that I thought that there was no chance Derrick Henry was going to go off. I did not say that. I'm just saying that we know how to contain Lamar, but now there's Derrick Henry, so you got a game plan for that. I still think that we're going to stop the run to where they're going to have to eventually pass the ball. They're going to pass the ball. They're going to try run play action, but I think that our secondary can handle Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman.
I think so too. That's the thing with the Ravens that always bites them in the back is they don't have a true alpha wide receiver.
And on the topic, we do have injuries. Alex Highsmith is out, but we do get Nick Herbig back, who was going off even in the Cowboy game before he got hurt in the Cowboy
What
game.
happened to Highsmith now? Wasn't he just out?
Bro, when he was trying to against Jaden Daniels, his fucking ankle went like that on the ground. It like nearly, I thought it broke. Me and Emmanuel were there, and we thought it broke.
Oh yeah, we were at the game.
Yeah.
But he was in a boot. But they said 2 to 3 weeks. But we get Nick Herbig back, who's been playing really well. We open the IR window for Corey Trice. He might be back next week. But I still think that Beanie Bishop and Joey Porter and Burnt Toast if Dante Jackson gets fucking burned by Rashad Bateman, I'm going to Pittsburgh and being like, yeah, ni hao, buddy, you're done.
But Rashad Bateman's good.
Where do you rank him as a wide receiver 2?
Like wide receiver 2 only?
Yeah.
It's top 15.
Yeah, that's not really that.
Well, but Dante Jackson's ass.
He's not ass. He does have a few picks.
Yeah, but they're rainbow balls that they've picked.
But I think in this game, if he's ass in this game, it's kind of like the James Bradbury thing where it's like, bro, you're getting cooked by fucking Rashad Bateman.
But
he's a middle tier wide receiver too.
I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback worse than James Bradbury last year. So
he has a point.
No, we've seen Benjamin St. Juiced.
I don't even think he was that bad.
No.
Bro, last year on the Seahawks, an Eagle. On that
every play went to yes. Well, I mean, yeah, because even Drew Lock could read that James Bradbury was ass. So
yeah,
So since we did somehow transition to it, the Steelers and the Ravens, it's going to be a good game. If we need to just get the run going, because Marlon Humphrey has not looked very good.
He really hasn't. He hasn't.
So I think JP will be there. JP, fucking dumbass. GP. He's going to be there, and I think they're going to shadow over Kyle Hamilton because I don't think they're going to move him up in the box as much because he blitzes as a DB a little bit more than a lot more DBs.
We're going to actually see how good your offense is because they're good against they're good against the run.
They are good against the run. They are not very good against the pass. So I think if we can just get simple 7 yards to Freiermuth, all right, anything Jalen Warren out of the backfield, stuff like that. If we crumble, right, and then what if the shot to George Pickens doesn't work? Because we always take a good shot with George Pickens 2 or 3 times a game, sometimes for a touchdown, sometimes you get the PI call. But if they shut it down and we're forced to actually, do something over the middle instead of throwing up a 50-50 ball, and it's just going to be, can they stop the pass? Because they're good against the run. Because if we can't get the run going, we're going to just open up shotgun. We're going to go 4 wide. We're not going to try and force feed the run if it's not working.
Exactly. But what sets up the pass?
The run. But that's what I'm saying is that when they are able to set up for the pass, when we know we have to pass in a situation, if we're down by like 6, right, in the third quarter, where it's like, all right, this right now is going to be where you make or break it because you don't want to give them the ball back. So it's how are you going to respond to the adversity of not being able to run the ball? Yeah. And I think that I really think that we're going to do fairly well. I don't expect Najee to run over 100 again. I really don't. I really think getting Jalen Warren involved is going to be key because he was doing good last year against the Ravens. He was pretty solid, man. He was pretty solid.
So you got them 20-16.
20-16.
So
I still think GP scores. He scores a touchdown.
He scores a touchdown?
Yeah.
No. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah,
I already said my thoughts.
He said, yeah. So what do you think?
I'm just sitting here listening, waiting for Sunday to come around.
After the Ravens put bell to ass to you guys, how are you feeling?
I don't think you guys are gonna win. I already said my score prediction.
But by 10 points is crazy, dog.
I think so.
Is it gonna be like close, like 17-17, and they just pull away?
Or do you think it's just they're going to be up 17? Like, do you think they're going to be up the whole game and it's going to?
I think the Ravens will probably go ahead maybe 10-3, maybe. And then from there on, no, it's not going to be a blowout from the beginning. I think the Ravens are going to go ahead, and then the Steelers are going to come back and inch closer, and Charlie's going to get happy, and then...
No, I'm always stressing. I'm not happy until those clocks hit 0, bro.
I feel that.
We've seen this.
But no, I think they'll play a close game. Not the whole game, but there'll be a part of the game where they play close.
All right, yeah.
So maybe the beginning, too. I don't know yet.
Yeah. It's just, you have to set the tone early. If we give up some bullshit, or if we turn the ball over, like if we start with the ball, turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster. And the fact that Russell Wilson only has 1 turnover after 3 games, I'm happy with that because he knows how to control the ball. He knows when to take the shot. He knows, and even on the pick that he threw, it was 3rd and 16. The interception was like a punt. So I'm not mad at that interception because it wasn't in a key moment. It wasn't, it wasn't anything like that.
Should have made something of the play.
Yeah. So I feel like if you get the catch, that's good. But if you get the interception, it's like a punt. So I'm really happy with the way Russell Wilson's been playing. I'm great. I'm feeling great with how Najee's been running the ball.
I got a question for you.
I just think
now.
What's up?
Where do the Steelers rank in the AFC?
Top 3.
Top 3?
Top 3.
So you take the Chiefs, Bills, and Steelers?
Chiefs, Bills, Steelers, and the Ravens at 4.
That's on.
Bro, a lot of power rankings had us in the top 4, and I didn't even agree with that. I'm like, we're not a top 4 team. We're a top 10 team in the league for sure.
Yeah, I think you're top 10.
Yeah, and I'm just like, all right, but
I think the Ravens are better than the Bills.
Yeah, well, I mean, they whooped their ass,
Yeah.
and I think
So how are the Bills at 2?
I don't know. I'm not the one that made the rankings. Oh, wait, my rankings,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
AFC.
yeah.
Sorry,
You just-
my bad. My apologies. I still think we're 3. The Bills are still gonna.
Might as well put yourself
So-
at 2.
So if you lose, I
How do we lose? If we lose bad,
no.
if
Okay.
we lose
no,
close, if it's a close game,
let me
I really don't think we lose at home though.
let me ask the question. Okay? If you lose, either way, close, bad, whatever. If you lose, I think you guys have a really good shot at winning because it is a division rival. Lamar does not play good against y'all. I just have the Ravens because I think I think they're angry.
You think they're angry after winning against the Bengals?
Yeah, but people still don't think.
We're not appreciative of them.
Yeah, and everyone's saying that the Steelers are gonna win. I think they're a little.
No. I was seeing on what was it?
And
The one
Ravens
Ryan Clark's on NFL Today. They all picked the Ravens except Ryan Clark. They all picked the Ravens.
Okay.
Everybody's picking the Ravens. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Where's everybody picking the Steelers?
but the thing is, they're saying, oh, Lamar doesn't play well.
He doesn't.
Just like you.
Yeah, they're saying everything that you're saying.
Yeah. How-
But let me just say, I think it's gonna be a good game. But if you lose, does that demolish your season?
No.
No.
Absolutely not. It does not demolish our season because we still get to play them again, right?
Okay.
And even at the worst, even now, because with our schedule, we're still at 7-2. So if we lose to the Ravens, it's not that bad.
What if you get
Yeah,
smacked by
so-
them? That's a if.
If we get smacked, then there's some questions. It depends if the defense played bad or the offense played bad. If we get smacked by the Ravens, it's going to be a humbling experience for us because we are riding high, man. Our last loss was to Dallas, man, and we've done really well.
And you know what I love? No hate to your team. I don't.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
But what I love is how Chavo said you're a legit team
Yeah.
and we're frauds.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah.
I don't like.
But you haven't played anyone that beating anyone good either.
Yeah, I think that the Eagles and the Steelers are in a very similar situation in their divisions where our test is this week. This was your test by the
Yeah.
media and all that. This was your
Yeah.
test. So our test is this week. I think because we're like, to be honest, I also said at the beginning of the season, if we can go, because they called this the gauntlet schedule because we have all 6 of our division games and the Eagles and the Chiefs. We play the Ravens, we play the Eagles, the Ravens, and the Chiefs in a 10-day span. That's pretty fucking hard. And I said to you, I remember before season, I'm like, at the worst, we got to be 7-2 before we start our gauntlet. At worst, to have a shot at contending in the playoffs or for our division, we have to be either 8-1 or 7-2. And I think we are at the spot. And considering we didn't have Russell Wilson for the first 4, so we had first 4. Was it no
First
6?
6, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that Justin Fields, he did his job. He went back to the bench. Russ was always going to be the starter. And I think
You didn't want him to be.
no, I didn't. I'm going to be honest. I wanted Justin Fields. I liked his mobility, and I wanted to see what he could do.
Yeah, he couldn't do a whole lot. He kept you
He
in the
did-
flow, but
I was going to say he did enough. He got us at 4-2. We're one play away from being 5-1.
Against ass teams, put Justin Fields in the next.
Hey man, we don't control who we play, dude. And you want to say we play ass teams? We play our whole division.
I'm not saying.
And then the
I'm
Chiefs
not
and the
saying
Eagles
that
is-
You control who you play. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Look who he played, and then throw Justin Fields in the offense in these next upcoming games. It's gonna be a whole different ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like any team, that schedule, that gauntlet that you say you're in, I think that will say a lot about your team.
Yeah, and I don't think that at this point it's a gauntlet anymore. Just because the Browns were
Suck.
expected to be good, they're kind of ass. It's still a division game, but it's kind of like the Eagles and the Giants, man. It's really like
Yeah.
like
We own the Giants
yeah, and we
and
own,
Saquon.
yeah, we own the Browns is the Browns at this point.
He literally owns Saquon.
Yeah, we literally own Saquon.
Yeah,
Thank you, New York. We
Yeah.
appreciate you.
No,
Anyways.
Dallas and Philly will always own the Giants and
Yeah.
the Commanders.
I don't,
I don't know.
I don't know about that
I
one.
don't know.
Will you play them next
Knowing
week?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
knowing us. We'll
What
fucking lose
Chavo
them.
said, Commanders by 100.
Oh, man. No.
So I think that the Eagles and the Steelers are in really similar positions. So our test is this week. If we do what the Eagles did and win, what are they going to say?
If you guys win, I'll say you're Super Bowl contenders.
And we have
Wait, Sunday?
we have a harder remaining schedule than the Eagles.
Yeah, well,
So how we do when we meet each other, the episode that we have before we play each other will be a very interesting one because we're going to see where we're at after.
I think
Those
we play the Rams next week. I say we win. We play the Ravens. Since they're at home, I'd probably lean the Ravens right now.
Okay. You think you lose to the Ravens?
I think we lose to
Okay.
the Ravens.
So you think you go into our matchup with only 3 losses?
And then we play the Panthers. And then if we would lose to the Panthers, I would be like,
Man, we can only hope. Me and Cho can only hope.
yeah.
So I think that you guys have
But-
3 losses by the time you play us,
Yeah.
realistically.
But there's a good chance we beat the Ravens. If put my bias aside as an NFL fan, I would say the Ravens beat us by like 3.
Okay, yeah. Because
So we'll beat 3. So then we would be 9-3, 9-2, 9-3. So we would be 10-3 going into your matchup.
no, one more game because we play week 15. So you need 14. So you'd be 11-3.
Wait, who else do we play? The Rams, the Ravens, the
Panthers and then the Commanders again, right? Or
no, we play you guys because it's week 12, week 13, week 14, week 15.
Who's from the
No,
AFC?
we're in week 11,
Yeah, so week
So-
12,
13, and 14.
week
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah, because you guys already played. Sorry, my mindset is different right now. Yeah, because we play you guys.
So we would be 10-3. What's your remaining schedule before us? You
how
Ravens.
are you 10-3 in week 15 though? That's my question. How are you 10-3 in week 15? That's
So,
what.
no, okay.
13.
So you'd be 11-3,
So what are we? 8-2.
8-2. So you play.
Rams 9-2. Baltimore 9-3. And then the Panthers 10-3. Or am I missing a game?
I feel like you might be missing a game.
Hold on, let me check.
Yeah. Wait.
Week 12. We play the Rams. Week 13. We play the Ravens. Week 14. And we play the Panthers. Week 15. We play you guys.
Okay. Oh, anyway, sorry. Math's not math and
Yeah, for real.
My apologies. So, I think it'll be a good game. I think we'll obviously get more into it as we go on.
Yeah.
So
That's still a long way. But
I think we kind of strayed away here. So, my thoughts. I feel confident. I feel good. It's gonna be a hell of a game. I kind of like it that we kind of put it towards the end of the season instead of last year where we played them like week 5 or something,
yeah.
and then played them in week.
Well, it's like
Team.
it's like the NFL and you both gonna be good.
Yes.
Because when the fuck are the Eagles and Cowboys on CBS?
Never.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
All right, so there's a few matchups that I think we can kind of rapid fire. Jacksonville, Detroit. We all have Detroit.
Detroit, yeah.
Yeah. Minnesota, Tennessee. We all
Please, Jacksonville. Please.
we all have Minnesota against the Titans,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's pretty much it. Kind of the other games are ass matchups. So
Well, give me the Bills over the Chiefs.
I was gonna say let's start with Green Bay and Chicago.
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Green Bay.
Still
Chicago's still a dumpster fire. After
It is.
That Hail Mary ruined them.
It broke their
I
fucking.
think
franchise
they ended up
for sure.
benching Caleb Williams. Weren't they questioning that last week?
They're not.
I don't
I
think
don't
they
think
will,
so.
but I haven't heard anything on
I
it.
really don't think they will.
Uh,
So Vegas and Miami.
Ooh.
Miami, if they can kind
Miami.
of turn it around, there's
Miami.
outside hope. I'm not
I'm
going to
going-
say that they're going to
going
make a
Miami.
run. All right, LA and New England, the
LA.
Rams.
Oh, the Rams.
Okay. Cleveland, New Orleans. Ugh, gross.
The Saints.
I don't know who I picked, but I think I picked
New Orleans.
the Saints.
All right. Colts, Jets.
Jets.
Colts.
Well, no, give me the Colts.
I think
picked
I.
the Colts on
Give me the
Colts.
Jets.
The Jets. I think I give me the Colts.
All right. Atlanta, Denver. Not a bad matchup.
Give me a
No,
Give me
that's
Denver.
a hard.
Give me
That's a
Denver.
toss up. That's a
I have Denver because they're at home.
coin flip.
Yeah, I picked Denver. I think on the.
I don't know. I think I picked Atlanta.
Did you?
Yeah. all right.
Yeah, but I might switch. I'm going Atlanta. They have more firepower.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. No, Drake London might not play.
Oh yeah, but They
Even
still
still,
have more firepower.
Seattle, San Francisco,
Darnell Mooney's
San Fran.
hella underrated, by the way.
San Fran.
San Fran.
Okay.
Who?
Seattle or San Fran.
Uh,
I have San Fran. They're at home, and I think they have players back from injury.
I'm gonna go San Fran. I wouldn't be surprised if Seattle won.
KC, Buffalo. I Buffalo.
Buffalo.
KC?
Yeah, Casey.
Yeah, I mean. All right, Sunday Night Football. Bengals, Chargers.
That's a good game.
Give me Herbo. I love Herbo, man.
Give me
Yeah, Justin Herbert's a top 5 QB.
They're playing the Bengals.
Yeah, at home.
Give me
I
the Bengals.
got the Chargers.
Give me the Bengals.
I have the
The
Chargers.
Chargers defense is really good.
All right, and the matchup
Oh.
that nobody cares about: Houston and Dallas on Monday Night
I
Football.
want to hear your prediction.
Yeah, let me hear you because we kind of went on our team. So, how you feeling about this matchup with Cooper Rush, possibly Trey Lance?
Yeah, / Trey Lance.
We think they're split reps again.
No,
Yeah, probably.
They might. I don't know. No. Of course, I want the Cowboys to win, but give me Houston.
did you pick Houston in the pool host? Don't even lie.
Is it gonna
I
be?
don't know.
is
I
it
can
gonna
check if you want me to check right now. I
Are
don't
you-
know.
Hold on.
I probably pick Dallas because I pick Dallas every week.
I do pick
No
the
matter-
Steelers every week.
I think I don't know. I'll check if you want me to.
I have Houston. I think they're gonna find their stride. Who's out for the season? Is it Diggs?
Yeah.
But they get Nico Collins back.
Yeah, Yeah, shout out to my fantasy.
For real, fantasy's heating up in our league. A lot of players are 6-4. I'm liking it. We lost all the responses. I guess they delete after a while on Instagram, so I couldn't find all of them. So whatever
Yeah.
I missed.
Emmanuel had one about
What was it?
he wanted our take on Shador being the head coach.
Shador.
I mean, not Shador, Dion
Dion being a head coach of the
Well, that's a big jump.
of who?
of the Cowboys.
What would you?
I wouldn't mind that.
You wouldn't mind Dion being the head coach of the Cowboys,
I wouldn't. No.
even
said
if you
on
bring
I
Shador.
still want to keep. No. I still want to keep Dak and Prescott. But give me. I would take Dion.
Dak and Prescott.
Da-
I mean,
Dakota.
give me. Wait, what did I say?
You said Dak and
That's what I'm
Prescott.
trying to log in. Give me Dak. Keep Dak at quarterback and give me prime time. as head
Yeah,
coach.
you know, but wherever Dion goes, if he goes to the NFL, he's bringing his son with him, right? You're aware of that. Or Travis Hunter. Or both.
Yeah, but do you really think, for as much as they pay Dak, do you really think he would bench Dak?
Fuck yeah,
for,
he would.
You think he would?
Dude, the nepotism is fucking crazy with that dude.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Do you think
Jerry won't
I
let
was
him.
gonna say, do you think Jerry would?
I really don't think
Dude.
that Dion would go to Dallas just because of the
I
head clashing that he would have with Jerry Jones.
I don't see a
gonna
scenario
be-
where he goes to Dallas.
That's
I
gonna
don't-
be
I don't
majority of the coaches. Though any coach that steps into Dallas, if they fire McCarthy, they're gonna butt heads with Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
What would you do if you hired Ben Johnson?
That would be probably our best option. I'm not sure I'd take.
I would
him
have
over-
kind of cried.
I
Ben
would.
Johnson is the
OC for the Lions.
that's who I thought. Yeah.
Uh,
He's
I would-
deep in his bag.
Yeah.
Always.
Does he want a head coaching job though?
yeah, he
They're
said,
gonna offer him, yeah.
he says he's gonna be like very
Kind of like the fucking
Like-
way Dan Quinn was when he said.
he said he's gonna be like very like careful on who
Who he goes
if
with?
he goes with because he hasn't made with the Lions.
He does.
It's gonna get to a certain point though where Jerry's gonna have a fight. I think
He could be like
Jerry's
Steve
gonna have
Spagnuolo,
So-
a hard time finding a head coach because
No, yeah.
no one's gonna.
Steve
fucking wanna-
Spagnuolo's not gonna go to the Cowboys.
No, I think he should be like Steve Spagnuolo.
Oh.
Stay with Kansas City and be a fucking winner.
What is it called though?
So I
picked Dallas.
don't think Dion's gonna coach anywhere in the NFL. To be honest, I really don't think so.
I don't think so. I
So,
think
and he said in an interview or on Twitter, wherever the fuck he said it, that he's gonna pick where Travis Hunter goes.
that's retarded.
Yeah, and also back to Emmanuel, he said, "What do you think about the Heisman race?" So we're gonna just talk about. Let's do the first part. Dion picking where Travis Hunter. This isn't fucking free agency, dude.
Yeah, that's retarded, bro.
Like the last player to do that was Eli Manning.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, bro, like he thinks like he like could choose.
Yeah.
Like if I was the owner of the fucking, if I was the GM of the fucking Giants and I want Travis Hunter, I'm gonna draft him. If you don't like it, drop out of the draft.
Yeah, it's your. There's nothing you can do at that point.
Yeah. Even though they won't draft Travis Hunter because the Giants are fucking retarded.
No, I don't think so. Travis Hunter, I could see him going to New England. I could see him going there. I could see him going there.
Dion won't let him.
I don't know that. Well, Drake May doesn't look bad. I really think that he's trying to find where
But if
one team can draft Travis Hunter and that same team could also draft Shador Sanders.
Yeah, but if Travis gets drafted by them, what would he play? Because he's not gonna play both.
No, we were having this conversation. I really think he should play receiver because they have Christian Gonzalez there, and they need because Kendrick Bourne he's not a wide receiver one.
Yeah. and
Tayshaun
if-
Boutte
if-
is not a wide receiver one.
If they draft him, if the Patriots draft him at like 2 or 3, are they going to draft a corner that high?
No.
So
I really think wide receiver he would play if he goes to the Patriots. And if you flip it and he goes to a team that has a really good receiver but not really good corner, maybe he plays corner. And I could also see him playing corner and return specialist too.
I have a question for you, Vander. Going back to the things that the Cowboys could do, or what I would want them to do. The best scenario for us, I think, is for us to get Ben Johnson and Genty. How would you feel if that happened? That's just a scenario. Don't fucking blow up.
no, if that would happen,
How would you personally feel about it?
I'd be kind of afraid.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Genty is a generational back. Ben Johnson would find him
Magic.
some ways to get him the ball that like you wouldn't even know of,
For real. I think
and then
that would be that's the dream.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my dream. That's
Will Jerry do that? Absolutely the fuck not. He won't.
yeah,
He might get one, he might get the other.
yeah, but probably not.
But
He's not going to get both.
but like I said, there's a chance you guys actually do draft Genty, which I'd be like, damn, that would be a good pick because I could respect when
it was pretty cool.
You all
He's
do
already
good.
came
Yeah.
out and said himself that he would want to play for the Cowboys.
I
Yeah,
also think
so
that
I-
you guys won't actually have a pick high enough to get him.
yeah.
I think if he wins the Heisman, he's going to go top 7. 100%.
but
So what if we lose out though?
If you lose out, then yes, but I don't see you losing out. You still have to
maybe
play the
win.
Giants
And-
again, right? Or did you already play them
No, we
twice?
play one more.
You play one more.
Commanders twice. The Giants one more. The Eagles one more.
Who's your Week 18 game? Commanders?
Yeah, Eagles.
The Eagles? Is
Is
Week
it?
18? No,
No,
it's
no,
not.
no. It's the Commanders. We
No.
play them week.
Seven.
I feel like you guys could beat them if they rest their starters. If there's a scenario where they have a playoff clinch but not the division, and they just have that 5 seed locked up,
See, and that might hurt
they
us.
bench their
That might-
starters, you guys win that game, then that's a game you win.
that would be a Cowboy thing to do
It would be.
Yeah, that's just gonna end up hurting us when it comes to
But-
the draft.
because Jerry has too much pride.
He does have way too much.
But at the same time, if Genty's on the board and you don't draft him, that's gonna set you guys back for a while, bro.
Well, Jerry can
Yeah.
fucking
Because I
suck
re-
a dick
I re-
because he's not the one on the field out there. So if
I-
they want to fucking lose that game, I'll be all
Yeah,
for it.
if he's on the
Fuck
board
him.
and you don't draft him, that's a fucking problem.
I,
If you
I-
can't get him because he's already off the board, then that's different.
and Daniel, like, if this shit might like this season could be like one of the worst outcomes that you could have, and it could set you back for so long if they don't make the right moves.
That I agree with that.
Yeah, like
I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I don't want to experience another season like
For
this
real.
season for at least a very long time. 'Cause it fucking sucks, bro. Yeah, we didn't do nothing the last 3 years in the playoffs, but it was still nice having that fucking winning season.
and you know what's crazy?
And
Say it.
having something to argue against,
Yeah.
having something to argue with you, like against you.
Yeah, say all you want about Sirianni, but he's a winner. He's 42-19.
That's the second best.
That's the best.
I fucking hate. I just.
Second.
I
That's
can't
the
stand
best
this
record
rest.
since 2021.
I'm not saying he's bad. I just can't stand him.
Yeah, but everyone hates on Sirianni.
Yeah, he kind of deserves it. You were saying that he should be fired.
Yeah, he should be fired the way he manages games, and sometimes the talent just overlooks that.
Yeah.
And, we just have so much talent.
So, back to you, Genty. You want him?
I do.
Yeah,
I
mean,
do.
who doesn't want
Don't
Genty?
ask me who I'd much rather want, Brian Johnson or.
Yeah, who do you want? Yeah,
Fucking-
Ben Johnson, not Brian.
I mean Ben. Fuck, dude. I can't.
like which one do you want? Which one? If you had to pick, which one would you want?
You'd probably pick Genty.
Bro, I just want. I don't know. I just
Who's your
want
offensive
one that's
coordinator?
Fucking something.
What
Who calls the
fucking
plays?
know.
Is it Mike McCarthy?
It's him and the actual the
Okay.
one.
No, it's
I've-
McCarthy.
Is it? Well,
Yeah.
I feel like that
has,
you.
what's his name? I don't remember.
Be-
Josh knows.
I really think that you need Genty
Yeah.
now, and then you could probably get away with
Brian
McCarthy.
Schottenheimer.
Oh,
So I
Sean.
think, or Schottenheimer. It's between him and
Yeah, I think
majority McCarthy.
what you do if you're Dallas and you want Genty, if you get Genty, but you're not able to get Ben Johnson, because that would mean you would have to fire McCarthy, because there's no way he's just gonna hop to the fucking Dallas OC role.
Depending on these next few games, I still, like I told you, I don't think he'll be our coach by the end of November.
Yeah, that's a fair point, but
I think he rides it out because it is his last year of the.
Yeah.
That's true. It wouldn't
It
make
might be-
sense for them to fire
so
him.
I think you draft Genty,
That's
You
a bad look
suck.
on your team.
you suck next year,
with
right?
Genty.
With Genty, because you don't have really like good of an O line. You get a good O lineman, and then you get a good like college head coach or something. Some dude, some young guy
Someone
that's
young. That's what we
that's-
need is
yeah,
someone young.
that can do, that you can see how he can use Genty, CeeDee Lamb, and maybe Dak.
Should they trade Micah?
Oh, they're not going to need to trade him because he's going to walk in free agency.
You think he's gonna walk?
Oh yeah, 100% he's going to walk, man.
I don't think
Future Eagle. I truly believe. I truly believe if he hits the market, he's either going to go to Philly or somewhere like Houston.
Yeah,
I see why you say that because it makes the most sense, but I don't think it.
You hope it doesn't happen.
Well, yeah.
You fucking hope it
if
does.
He walks. He walks. I mean,
but
Crabber spill milk. But if he
and
goes to the
Penn
Eagles, I'm gonna fucking bro.
Everyone said the same thing about Saquon, but I was like, he went to Penn State.
Now I can't give Andy shit if fucking Micah goes to the Eagles because I'm never giving him shit that they fucking.
Dude, if we get
Saquon walk.
if we win the bowl and they get Micah.
Okay, both of those. Don't put those two together.
Oh my gosh!
Don't.
That.
Okay. Pipe it down.
Charlie?
Pipe it down.
If we win the bowl and get Micah, what would this man do?
One, he would crash out because you won the bowl. Right. That would be a generational crash out in its own. And then you see that breaking news, Micah Parsons signs with the Eagles. This is a big what if. I really don't think it will happen.
Just one.
That's like me asking.
Which one? I think
because I really think
the chances of you guys winning the Super Bowl is higher than you guys getting Micah Parsons.
I don't think so. Because
I don't think so either. I hate to say it, but
dude, Micah talks more about the Eagles than he does about the Cowboys.
Dude, him and his fucking podcast. So I know we're on a podcast shit talking some dude. Yeah. His takes are fucking terrible. He's got that CTE already. What he says is dumb as fuck all the time, bro.
Game of the week for us, game of the year for them. I guess the Falcons.
Yeah.
I saw some comments where they're like, bro forgot his team was ass.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that scenario of you guys winning the Super Bowl and getting Micah is the same scenario of us getting fucking Genty and Johnson.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. We have a lot of cap next season.
So let's stay on the topic of Genty. Who is your Heisman right now?
Him.
Yeah, I think so too. Emmanuel commented on the podcast from last time. He said, what do you think about Travis Hunter now? And do you think he can win the Heisman? I think he can.
He can.
It would just be Genty would have to fall off. I really genuinely feel there's no reason you don't give him if he breaks the record.
Yeah.
And he's not that far off the pace. He can have a fucking 250-yard game. We've seen it happen. He almost had a 300-yard game. So
you're saying
how much does he average?
Let me pull it up right now because this dude is fucking nuts.
That dude is crazy.
Boise State, who is ranked 13, because we're gonna do some college football, just a little bit, and then we're gonna do the Jake Paul fight because it's coming up as well.
Yeah, it's already 8:30.
Yeah, I think this might be the last fight. We have it on right now, but let's just take a look. This man has more rushing yards than almost 100 other teams, right, on his own. This dude has 1,734 yards, and he gets more games if they win playoff games because this is a 12-team playoff, so you have to win.
Does that add to the yards?
I mean, it's his total yards for the season. I don't know if they do regular season because technically the the Mountain West Championship game would be postseason, so I don't know how they do that. But let's just look. 224 carries for 1,734. He's averaging 7.7 yards a carry.
That's fucking crazy.
That's absolutely fucking bananas.
Just give him 8 at that point.
Right?
Fuck.
Rushing touchdowns for the Boise State Broncos, 32. Genty is 23 of those. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. As a team, they have 40 touchdowns, and this man has over half of the team's touchdowns.
20.
Aren't they ranked like
13?
13? Yeah.
So right now they're projected to get into the CFP. I showed Evander the bracket now. Let me see if I can pull it up because it just has the rankings. So let's see. Rankings. Who, I know you're an Oregon fan. Have you been watching a whole lot?
Of Oregon?
Of college football.
I've been watching. I've been tuning in.
Who's your biggest surprise right now?
Indiana.
Indiana?
Yeah.
Shout out Indiana. They play Ohio State next week. That's going to be a hell of a game.
I have Ohio State, though.
What are they ranked?
Indiana's 10-0. They hadn't even ever had a 10-win season.
Yeah.
They hadn't had a 9-win season since 1976. And they're fucking 10-0.
So basically, like the Cavs right now.
Yeah.
of
No, I
college
don't really.
football.
I mean, sometimes I'll throw on college football on Saturdays, but I don't really like pay attention to it.
Yeah,
Like
we're gonna get your ball knowledge up for
Yeah.
college
Well,
football because it's it's so fun to watch.
The only part I pay attention to is when it comes like draft time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, the
that's a
players
fair
that are in the
point.
draft and who's expected to go, like high in or
Yeah, so let me give you some like I'm not gonna say shockers, but
sorry, I don't mean to be.
Bama, who's 7-2, is at 10. The teams ahead of Bama, still Miami, which I don't think so. They fucking lost to Georgia Tech. They don't.
Aren't
deserve
they like
that.
15th?
Who, Bama?
Bama?
Yeah, last week, but they won because Georgia lost. They're outside of the top 12.
Wait, who
Or they're
did
the
Georgia lose to?
They lost to Ole Miss.
Oh shit, they did, huh?
Yeah. Ole Miss,
Fuck.
who has 2 losses, they have a bad loss to Kentucky. They're 11.
Okay.
However, with the rankings, so Oregon's 1, Ohio State's 2.
Carson's back his ass, by the way.
No, Carson Beck is fucking terrible, man. Yeah, Stetson Bennett. Yeah, we see all the Georgia players. We don't see the fucking quarterbacks because they get carried, for sure. Oregon, Ohio State, consensus 1 and 2. Ohio State's only loss was 1 point to Oregon. This is where I start to disagree with things. Texas, they're 8 and 1. Their loss is to Georgia. Penn State, their loss was to Ohio State, but they haven't played anybody else. They have their strength of schedule is fucking terrible. Indiana, I think, belongs over Penn State. They're at 5. BYU is 6 at 9 and 0. Tennessee is number 7 at 8 and 1. Notre Dame is 8 at 8 and 1. The Lobos are at the bottom of the fucking FBS because they're ass. Sorry, Daniel, just had to point you out since you're wearing the hoodie. And we went and mentioned Oregon and Notre Dame.
Basketball team. Run out the
He's
phone.
repping basketball.
Yeah,
He's repping basketball, everybody. So yeah, don't get it
I
confused.
don't tie myself.
So Miami's ranked 9 at 9 and 1, and then Bama ranks out the 10. The way the bracket is set up is that the 4 teams get a bye week. So the four conference winners. So the winner of the Big 10 is projected to be Oregon. The winner of the Big 12 is projected to be BYU, but it could be Colorado because they're sneaking in.
Yeah, I know. Aren't they like 20th right now?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter about their ranking because if they win their conference, they automatically get in.
Oh shit.
So as long as they stay in contention for the championship and they pull off an upset, they automatically get it. So the 4 highest ranked. So if Colorado does, but all the other champions are higher, they would get the 12 seed or wherever they're ranked. Colorado currently is ranked 17.
What's the record?
The record is 7-2. One of those losses being to K-State, who's ahead of them.
Yeah.
So that's who they're tied with for second. Boise State, who is the leader of the group of 5 because you have the 4 power conferences. So the SEC, the leader of the SEC right now is actually Texas A&M, technically on tiebreaker, which is crazy. Their only losses to Notre Dame. Notre Dame fucks themselves over because we're an independent team. We don't have a conference, so we get to pick our schedule. So our schedule's always a little bit weaker. We lost fucking NIU.
I know.
Can you name me an NFL player other than Jimmy Garoppolo that went to NIU?
No.
No, exactly. I was
Can you?
No, absolutely not. I was so fucking disappointed. So that kind of ruins us a little bit, but we're winning games we're supposed to win. So the fact that we don't have a championship game to win hurts us, but it also helps us. So it's not a game we could lose. So as long as we stay in the top 12, because the way it works is with the 4 teams, and then the 5th gets the wherever they're ranked or 12. So if they're outside the top 12, they get 12. But if they're like, so let's say Boise State wins, and they're ranked 7, they get the 4. And then if Ole Miss wins the SEC, but they're worse than Boise, they would get the 12 seed.
Yeah.
So it's just, we're going to have to see it on like a picture. It's hard to explain it on the computer, especially to people watching. But I think the people watching also kind of know how it's shaped.
Yeah.
This is a fun year for college football, man.
It is. Who you got for the natty?
Dude, I can't decide it now because it's going to be fucking crazy. I don't think Oregon. I think they just...
You
I
think
don't think so.
you
I don't think Oregon.
Damn.
How much longer in the season do they have?
I think they have 3 more weeks.
3 weeks.
And then they have the conference championships.
Yeah.
So, right now to win the Nat, it's literally anybody's. It's just all who gets matchups. I think it might be, fuck it, Oregon. Oregon for me. Because I'm looking at it and I'm like, Ohio State, but Ohio State is close in a lot of games with teams. Like, Nebraska's fucking ass, and they barely beat them by 5, I think.
You're taking Oregon
Go
at all?
I'm taking Oregon.
Oregon
to win
to
it
win
all.
it?
They've just been more consistent. The one close game they had was against Ohio State, and they won that game.
I got Oregon. Give me
The O.
Go Ducks.
Quack, quack. Who do you got, Rail? I know you're not a big college football guy.
I don't know, bro. I guess Oregon.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know.
Right.
Really
We're quacking here on the Yap Sesh
I
Pod.
haven't
I'm
really been paying attention to.
gonna get a little rubber ducky for the next one, you know.
Instead of yapping, we're quacking right now.
For real. Okay. So I'm gonna break down the standings. So we have the 5 conference. So who do you have winning the ACC right now? Do you want me to turn the computer towards you?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're turning the computer. Right now, SMU is undefeated, who's 14. They're 5-0 because the way the conference works is no matter what your regular season record is, if you have the highest conference record, the top 2 play for the conference championship. So I'm going to turn the computer over to you, gentlemen, here. Take a look over. Who do you guys have winning the ACC? Mind you, Clemson lost to Georgia, but they also just lost to Louisville. Louisville's been playing spoiler a little bit, so it looks like they're still looking a little bit. SMU has been on a tear.
Miami.
You have Miami?
Yeah.
Even though as of right now, they can't play for it.
My dad would respect that.
He's a Hurricane fan?
He is,
Can we shout out Will?
But yeah, no, probably I would have to take the same thing.
I'm taking SMU, man. I'm riding high with them.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was SMU.
Yeah.
But
So SMU moved over because with the realignment of everything, SMU was actually a group of 5 team. They went up to the ACC. They're on a tear, man. They're looking good. So I have SMU. You both have Miami. Even
actually,
though,
give me SMU. Yeah.
fuck it, underdog.
Yeah.
If it's the year for the underdogs, I got the underdogs, man. Now to the Big 12. This is interesting. Iowa State was ranked number 9 2 weeks ago. They lost back-to-back games, and now they're unranked. Look at this chaos. Right now, the Buffaloes of Colorado, led by Coach Prime, they're actually
Can't
sole.
stand him. But
They're solely at number 2, man. They're 5-1. They're only lost to K-State, but K-State has 2 losses. So I'm going to turn it over one more time. BYU's at the top because they're undefeated.
I got Colorado.
Winning the Big 12?
Yeah.
So I'll let Daniel look over.
I just want to see the ranking. Let's see.
Yeah. I think,
Who, BYU?
yeah.
You got BYU?
I have BYU, man. They're playing really good.
They are.
They were on upset alert, but they played a rivalry game with Utah, and Utah they fell off.
Probably Colorado.
You got Colorado?
Kansas City.
I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't be too mad.
What's Kansas City's record?
Kansas State,
Kansas State?
their record in the conference is 4-2. They're ranked 16.
No, I'll probably take Colorado.
Colorado?
Yeah.
Dude, it's going to be some fun football to watch come December.
Yeah.
Now we have the Big Ten, who technically now
Ohio State.
over Oregon.
Oh, shit. I forgot Oregon's in the Big Ten.
So look at the top 4 teams here.
Oregon. Give me Oregon.
Yeah, you have Oregon.
Mhm.
I think that the Buckeyes beat Indiana next week. But I don't know. Indiana sometimes plays cold. Ohio State sometimes plays cold. I think it's going to be a rematch, and I think Oregon wins the Big Ten.
Yeah, give me Oregon.
So now we have, did we do 4? 1, 2, no, we didn't do the SEC.
Bama.
Bama?
Yeah.
Bama is right now is
15th, right?
6th in the conference.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to turn it over because Tennessee and A&M are tied for first, and then it's just a fucking just look at this.
It's a mess.
It's a mess, bro. Look, the SEC is always really good.
I also like Ole Miss.
Ole Miss because they
Yeah.
beat Georgia. Georgia's been a little
Tennessee's what, 5-1?
5-1. Their only loss was to Arkansas, who's at the bottom of the conference. If they weren't, bro, if they were undefeated, man,
I'll take Texas.
Texas.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Who do you have?
For me, it's a little bit hard because I've watched all of these teams play each other, right? Texas lost to Alabama. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Texas lost to Georgia, the other T team. Tennessee beat Alabama. Alabama beat Georgia. A&M hasn't played anybody yet. They play Texas, which is a long-standing rivalry that we get back this year.
Yeah.
I think, as of right now, I'm going to click on the SEC just because I have to see the matchups a little bit. Because they're all beating each other, bro. It's like rock, paper, scissors. They all beat each other. How is the chaos going to be at the end?
Give me
That's gonna
Bama.
make it interesting.
Give me Bama.
Bama, you think out of all of that, they still win?
Yeah.
Okay. Bama Texas plays Arkansas. Arkansas's trash. Bama plays Mercer. Can you take a guess where Mercer is? No. You're getting waxed.
No.
If you don't know where the team is, they're probably going to get waxed.
Yeah.
Georgia plays Tennessee this week. That'll be a clutch matchup. And MSU plays Texas A&M. Josh is sending his guns up from Las Cruces, bro. But I want to say, I'm going to say Ole Miss. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Ole Miss just because they've beaten Georgia. They have that bad loss to Kentucky. But I think just the way stuff's going to shift around in the next three or 4 weeks. We're obviously going to do our predictions when it's championship week.
Yeah.
So I think as of right now, give me Ole Miss just because they're riding high. Jackson Dart, he's pretty good, man. He's pretty good.
By then I'll have more input to put.
You'll have more info.
five-time
So
championship.
break down a little bit of college football for you folks, especially with the season heating up as it has. So we're going to transition to the last part of the podcast with a little bit of, let's do UFC because John Jones fights Stipe Miocic.
Give me John Jones by knockout.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking Miocic, he's coming out of the retirement home. I think John Jones beats the pulp out of
You
him.
have you call knockout?
Knockout.
Earlier-
I think by
earlier?
knockout. Yeah, I think in the either late
I'd say-
first round or early second round.
I say in the third round.
Third round, you think it
Yeah.
goes to third? Because John Jones can grapple too, man. He can wrestle if he wants to, but he has powers, so he just knocks people out.
That's gonna be.
Yeah, I'll take John Jones. Let me look at the card to see if there's anything else that we might like.
There isn't. I
I was
checked.
looking this morning and
Yeah.
they're just.
His ass.
Yeah, we'll be watching it for sure.
We'll be fast forwarding to the main event though.
We're gonna pick it up at 10 o'clock when the main event starts because I don't even think there's another title fight. Oh, Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler,
Oh,
a little bit out of their primes, both of them. 2 or 3 years ago, this would have been hyped up. I think Oliveira's just been really good. He's been a champ before, so is Michael Chandler. Bo Nickel fights, he's still up and comer. He's dominating everybody. I can see Ev yawning. That's because this card is, other than that, is fucking.
Yeah, his ass.
So we're going to talk about the literal main event that's about to start here. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, give me your insight. Give me what you think. Why the fuck is this fight even happening? And who do you have?
Jake Paul's gonna die.
Yeah, you think so?
No,
Jake Paul's gonna win.
Look at that fucking look.
Are you serious?
Dude, this
Thinking
is
Jake
fucking
Paul?
ridiculous.
Are you
man.
serious?
Yes.
How? Why?
mean,
Why?
what?
Give me how? Why?
He's 60. Jake Paul's gonna win by unanimous.
How many
decision.
fucking 60-year-old monsters do you see now?
Mike Tyson has been training since he's retired. He's not some old geezer.
Bro, I saw a picture from 6 months ago. He was.
He's
fat.
not gonna knock Jake Paul out. Are you guys? You guys are delusional in your own head because you don't like fucking Jake
The
Paul.
only
No, it's
way-
not because
the
I
only-
don't like Jake Paul. It's because he's not a proven boxer.
Oh my.
Everybody he's fought aren't boxers. He fights
the-
washed MMA fighters that weren't strikers in the UFC.
Tyron Woodley was.
No, he wasn't. He was
Yes, he was.
He was a good wrestler. He was a
He
good
was a
wrestler.
striker. He
yeah.
was a striker.
Okay, but
Ben Askren, I can't.
Ben Askren
Yeah.
was washed. Nate Diaz was washed.
He was a striker too.
Yeah, but he's
Well, you
fucking
just said
almost
you-
40.
You just said he wasn't. There were no strikers. That was two.
No, I said washed UFC fighters or non-strikers.
Yeah.
Yeah, washed UFC fighters. If you put any of those three back in the UFC, they're fucking washed. They're getting fucking beat up by anybody. Everybody.
Okay.
All three of them. Who else? Who else has he fought that is
He's fought in some pro boxers.
amateur boxers probably?
No, they were pro. They've been pro.
Let me look at this shit. Jake Paul. Who's he fought? Let me see. I'm looking it up. Keep going. Why do you think Jake Paul? Like, why?
And it's because
Damn,
he's gonna win because it's rigged.
Yeah, no, boxing is rigged. That's why I prefer the UFC.
No, I like boxing more than UFC. UFC, I don't know why it's not. I'll watch it, but that shit.
So being that you think it's rigged, that's what
They're not gonna do a rematch, but I think just so Jake Paul could like not ruin his career, he's gonna win.
No, I don't think
I
so.
don't think so either.
That shit, like that press. Did you
Tyson
guys watch
is
the
rigged.
press conference when he fucking Mike Tyson slapped him?
Yeah.
That shit looked so staged.
Oh, it was.
Do you know why?
It's rigged, man. It's rigged.
So you're gonna say
Boxing
that
is
a
rigged.
60-year-old is gonna knock out a young guy.
Yes.
If Jake Paul
Because of
wins,
how-
it's because it's rigged.
But if Mike Tyson wins,
It's not.
It's not.
No, because Jake Paul would never say, "I'm going to intentionally say
The double standard is crazy.
No, yeah, 100%.
In this scenario, yes.
Yeah. If
Y'all are fucking retarded.
no,
Y'all are stupid.
you're the
we'll
one that
see-
thinks Jake
we'll
Paul's
see.
gonna win.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my, I'll bet you 20 both
Bro,
20 bucks
fucking-
that he's gonna win.
Bro,
You buy dinner, bro.
what the fuck, Ev?
Yeah,
I didn't-
you buy dinner. Ev's buying us dinner.
$20.
$20 just bet it up that he thinks Jake Paul's gonna win. That's it.
I'll bet you 40
I'll bet you $40.
that Jake Paul wins.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Yeah.
Yeah, you got Tyson, I got Paul.
$40.
I'll do 42.
All right.
Okay.
All right, look at that live betting on the podcast. Let's get DraftKings to sponsor us and bring it to New Mexico so we can all be degenerates together.
Yes.
Even though none of us can even fucking gamble.
Damn, what the fuck? Bro?
All right.
I'm in like disbelief. This whole time I didn't know you were fucking waiting for Jake Paul.
I'm not going. I know
Jake
he's
Paul's
gonna win.
loss was to Tommy Fury, who was an actual boxer.
Yeah, but he got so cheated off that fight. Did he even watch that fight? You have no input because you didn't watch that fight. I watched it. He got cheated.
Paul got cheated.
Yeah.
Okay, so
How?
if Jake Paul gets knocked out tonight, he got cheated. Remember that, Charlie.
No.
No, you can't get cheated if you get knocked the fuck
Yeah,
out.
how the fuck are you
According
gonna
to
get
Ev,
cheated?
according to
How the
Ev,
he didn't get knocked
according to
out.
you,
He didn't get knocked out.
he fucking lost.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck to say, bro, about that.
Get the fuck out of my face.
That's
I
crazy.
swear.
All right, bro.
Dumbass motherfucker.
So this is where we're going to end the pod off. We are actually just going to, this is where we're ending it now. We're going to do an end take after the fight to give our insights and when Ev buys us dinner later this evening. So,
Yeah. Y'all are fucking delusional.
no, we're
Just
not.
Because
So,
your hatred to Jake Paul.
yeah.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, we're going to
for
see you
watching.
guys, we'll see you guys in just a bit after the Paul fight. So that's where we're going to pick it up afterward, all right?
All right.
All right. Well, we're out of here, but we'll be back.
Later.